God damn.
What's up, sexy YouTubers? Cool Hand Snook here, and I'll just be commentating over this Black Ops 2 gameplay. Once again, it's just me running around killing people with various weapons and whatnot. Also, I just wanted to announce that I'll be doing a Q&A next week, so just please leave your comments down in the comment section below so that I can answer them. Also, I'd like to thank Lorenz HD for the new background and avatar. They're really great. Thank you very much. And his link will be in the annotation on screen and in the description. So go check him out. Anyway, today I'm going to be talking about my mom's black boyfriend, Steve. And the reason why I decided to even mention the fact that he's black is because my mom made a big deal out of it, even though she's black. One day I was sitting in my room and I was playing Final Fantasy, and she comes in and she just, like she always does, she always just comes in unannounced and she's just like, Mason, I need to talk to you. And I say, well, can it wait, please? And she's like, no, pause your game. I need to talk to you now. And I was like, okay. So I'm thinking, what did I do wrong? She says to me, Mason, I'm going to start dating again. I said, go ahead. I mean, what do you want me to say about that? That's fine. And she says, well, I'm just telling you because I've actually met a guy. His name is Steve. And he's black, but he's a really nice guy. And I'm like, well, that sounds pretty racist, but I'm happy for you. So you go ahead and go hang out with Steve. And she's like, well, I just wanted to run it by you because I wanted to make sure that you were okay with it. And I was like, yeah, I'm fine with it. Can I get back to my game? Like, honestly, I really didn't care. She brings Steve over to the house the next day, and he brings like a bunch of video games for me to play and stuff. I guess he's going to try to bone my mom, so he wanted me to play video games in my room and all that. So, you know, whatever. So I take the video games, I'm playing in the room and stuff, and then I kind of every once in a while peek out because I'm curious, like I wonder what's going on, you know, I wonder if my mom's made an ass of herself yet. Well, she didn't that night. He's cooking for her and everything, and then they go into her room, and I don't know, according to my mom, I don't know why she told me, I never asked, but according to my mom, she's like, oh, we didn't have sex, we never had sex. I mean, I did some things that I'm not too proud of, but we never had sex. And I was just like, all right, please don't go into detail. And luckily she never did. But so she becomes really clingy. I mean, if you don't know this about my mom suffers from bipolar disorder, which doesn't necessarily have to do with her being clingy, but since she suffers from bipolar disorder, she has really high highs and low lows, you know what I mean? So she gets really depressed really easily. So she becomes really clingy on him, and she's calling him every single day afterwards, and like wants him to spend every lunch hour with her, and just all the time. She's just in his butt. And so he gets kind of smothered, you know, like any guy would. And he decides one day that he's not going to hang out with her because he wants a little space. Makes sense, right? Well, not to my mom. She freaks the hell out. She's just like, oh, Steve's not answering my calls. He's not answering my calls. And then she finally calls him like for the 10th time in the last hour, and he answers his phone. She's like, oh, hi, Rebecca. And she's just like, Steve, why haven't you been answering my calls? And then he's like, oh, I'm sorry, I've just been really busy at the office, because they work in the same place. That's how they met. So he's like, I've been really busy at the office. I'm not even taking a lunch break today. I'm just going to continue working through the lunch so that I can try to get all this work done. And she's just like, oh, okay, well, you know, you could have just told me. And he's like, I'm sorry, I'm just really busy. I'm just going to talk to you later, okay? So he hangs up the phone, she hangs up, and she's just like, I knew it, he's cheating on me. And I'm just like, what are you talking about? He's cheating on you. Why are you saying that? And she's like, he's saying he has too much work, that he's not even going to take a lunch break today. He's obviously going to go hang out with some other woman. And I was just like, I don't think so, Ma. I think he's just busy or possibly smothered. Why don't you just leave him alone for the day? And at the time, I was about 9 or 10. I think I was 10. Anyway, she says, no, I'm going over there, and you're coming with me. And I was like, no, why do I have to go? Why don't you just leave me here so I can play my game? Because I was always playing my game back then. And she's like, no, you're coming with me. And so she makes me get in the car and everything. She's like, well, I don't want to just go over there empty-handed, you know, like I suspect him cheating on me, so let's go get some food first. So she goes to pick up some food. She takes me all the way over to her office, which is across town, and we park. And from where I'm sitting, I can see the office building, and to the right of the office building is some basketball courts. Well, as soon as we pull up, we see Steve playing basketball with his friends. And I just start kind of laughing because I'm like, oh, you got burned, you know? Like, that's hella funny. But she starts freaking out. She's like, oh, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. So she just gets out the car and she leaves me in there. And I'm not about to get out of the car, but I roll the window down so I can hear what's going on. And she runs over to Steve while he's at the basketball court. And she literally, like, stops the game. She's like, stop. And Steve's like, Rebecca, what are you doing? And she's just like, Steve, how could you? How could you? You'd rather hang out with all your stupid friends than to spend time with me? And then he's like, well, today, yeah. Why don't you just give me some space? I just want to play some basketball. She's like, well, you could have just said so. Why did you lie about it? He's like, I couldn't have just said so because if I had told you on the phone, you wouldn't have let me get off the phone so I could go play. You would have just kept arguing with me about it. And so she just starts screaming and yelling. She throws the food. She comes running back to the car crying. She's like, oh, she's just like bawling. And she gets into the car with me. And she's just crying. I'm like quiet the entire ride home. I didn't say anything, but I just wanted to laugh really hard. We get home and she tells me, Mason, I was like, what? I really wanted to just get into my room and not talk about it. She's like, Mason, Steve's gay. I was just like, yeah, I guess it's kind of gay of him to do that. But she was just like, no, I mean, he's literally gay. And I was just like, I don't think he is, but all right. And she's just like, I have a feeling that he was just using me to get to you. I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, I have a feeling that he was using me and seducing me so that he could get a chance to have some alone time with you so he could rape you in the ass. And I was like, what? Come on, dude. And see, the thing is that this kind of thing was not even uncommon for my mom to say. She, like, almost every scenario that played out in her mind, I ended up getting raped in the ass in the end. I don't know why. She always was like, oh, don't steal, you'll get raped in the ass. Don't jaywalk, you'll get raped in the ass. I don't know how the hell this happens in her mind, but whatever, right? So anyway, that's the story. If you laughed at my misfortune, please leave a like and a comment. And don't forget to leave your questions and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.